my friend Gage is gonna talk to you. Oh, and Jean-Claude, he'll be there, too. Even though they're not close together, they're far away. There, one's in Tampa, the other one's in L.A. Oh, Gage, what's the show called again?
Fucking, it's Almost Adults. Shit.
Almost Adults. Shit.
Welcome to Almost Adults.
Yeah, we have our very fourth guest today, Vincent Cerreta.
Hi, hello, how are you? Haha, hey. Ha.
Vincent Cerreta, everyone.
Vincent.
Now, I've never been actually formally introduced to Vincent, so Gage, would you like to?
Yes.
Yeah, Gage, you decided to rope us both into this without us even meeting each other, so...
Yeah, I know.
Why don't you
what
introduce
a guy.
us?
So, Vincent, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Jean-Claude. Nice to meet you.
Of course. Tell us, the audience, and us, me particularly, a little bit about yourself, so I know what I'm working with.
Oh, well, I like long walks on the beach. I like watching cringy videos on YouTube.
Beautiful.
And I like joking about school shootings, so you guys are in for, like, you know, a nice, fun ride today.
Just like a solid Caucasian individual.
Just a regular old fucking cis white male piece of human garbage. You guys are talking
that is
today.
our target audience, so
Nice.
I think you'll be a perfect member of the show.
You'll
fit right
You'll
in.
fit right in. What I also wanted to bring up in the introductory phase is that Jean-Claude animated a haunter right over Vinny in
what?
the Starbomb video.
Vinny, you're the one in the Starbomb video. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Gotcha. You were wearing glasses and headphones there, so
I was wearing a bunny suit in another part of it because, you know, I guess you just learned Gage likes to rope me into things.
Hey, well, as long as you're allowed to go, you should always go into it for the story.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a pretty good story.
I do. It's never boring with Gage.
I don't know why you guys agree to do the shit I ask you to do. Because I always ask you to do horrendous things, and you guys are just like, yeah, okay. Jean-Claude, I don't know. We're on episode 4 or 5 right now.
Yeah, this has gone on for a good amount of time.
By the time this airs, we've been doing it for a month.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And Vinny, I don't know why you still talk to me.
Well, Gage, it's because I don't have many friends, and you're willing to talk to me. So, yeah.
That got a little too real.
Damn.
Yeah.
Anyways, speaking of cringe videos, I met the Game Grumps recently.
Really?
That's cringy.
How did you come upon meeting the Game Grumps?
Okay, it's a long story. I wanted to talk about this originally in the last podcast, but we didn't. So recently, they got rid of their old sofa. And I'm, as you know, in California, so I
Correct.
went to pick it up. And
California girl.
I'm undeniable. Daisy do bikinis on top.
Damn. So you got to go? Where?
I went over to Glendale to pick up the couch, and I met Ross there, and Ross was like, oh, hey, are you taking this couch? I said, yes, I need help loading it up into my car. And so we loaded it into the car, and I thanked him, and I went away.
Wonderful meeting.
That is not the end of the story.
Oh my gosh. Wait,
Oh.
you got to meet with Ross, who's a very talented animator, and all you could do was just say, hey, this is a couch, put it in my car?
No, we talked for a little bit. We talked about his
Way to
streaming.
fucking
And
drop the ball, Gage.
No, he did. Okay, so you did talk to him.
Yeah, we talked about his streaming and his new show, Gameoverse. By the way, support Rubber Ross on twitch.tv.
Gameoverse, I'm pretty sure, was actually... I think he's doing a continuation of the series. I want to say he started it when he was first becoming internet popular.
Yes, he is continuing the series in a full-blown pilot, like a 20-minute pilot. And when I talked to him about a month ago now, he had to throw out 3 months of work.
Why?
He just wasn't satisfied with it. And he's like, yeah, I could do better. So he just threw it out. And I'm like, I could never do that with any of my stuff.
It seems like Rubber Ross is extremely dedicated to his art form, as well as he's also an animator, and he's extremely dedicated, and he hangs out with Stamper and Oni and
Spaz Kid?
Spaz Kid, yeah. All I could think of was the 3D in his name, Spaz Kid in 3D.
Spaz Kid and 3D.
Spaz Kid XD.
I heard he's very, very
He's
dedicated.
extremely
Yeah,
dedicated.
if you saw the Starbomb Street Fighter video,
Yeah.
he spent 6 months on that shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the video's like only like 3 minutes or whatever long. He's a talented boy.
Puts a lot of effort into his stuff, and it certainly shows. You know, very good quality.
Very good quality stuff, and he's working on a game with Tom Fulp, the creator of Newgrounds, and Johnny Utah. He's
Very eloquently spoken.
He's a personal hero of mine. I would say.
You actually showed me, I think, clips of that game, little snippets that they've sent out of the animation process.
Yeah.
And it was a piggy bank or a pig that had a giant coin and it tossed it at a character, something like that. It was really cool.
Yeah, it looked amazing.
Speaking of hand-drawn animation going into video games, when does that game Cuphead? I think it's Cuphead.
Cuphead. I
you
don't
know
know
what I'm
when it
talking
comes out. Yeah, it's like a sort of a throwback to the 20s and the 30s animation style.
Yeah, and it looks really, really cool. I'm excited for that one. I think it's on the Xbox One, though.
I think it comes out the second, I'll say the fourth quarter of 2016. So probably by the time we'll release this, it'll already be out.
Just about.
Whoa.
Vinny, what are you doing over there?
I'm listening to you two.
Oh, okay. All right. You just sit in the corner, Vinny.
All right, I'll sit in the corner and keep listening.
So, finish your story of the Game Grumps. You picked up the couch.
Sorry. I like
moved.
telling long stories.
It's okay.
Recently, or not recently, he tweeted about it. And the Game Grumps Twitter page retweeted about it. And as of today, my followers have quadrupled.
What?
In Twitter, just because I have the dumb couch. And I get tweets every day, or like every other day. They're like, hey Gage, how's the couch going?
That's amazing.
You have a personal investment in that couch, huh?
Yeah, and I have no idea what to say to these people. I'm like, it's fine, it's nappable.
Yeah, you just say it's fine, you take it out for walks every now and then, you make sure you feed it a well-rounded diet, make sure it gets plenty of water, and don't leave it out in the sun for too long or else it'll die of heat stroke.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you let the audience members, or the people on Twitter know that you're taking good care of that couch, because obviously they love it.
I am taking good care of the couch. Anyways, I went to a live performance that they did at the Hollywood Improv.
Nice.
And I got to meet Aaron Hansen and Danny Sexbang afterwards, and they were both super nice. Aaron talked about sort of how he wanted to love himself every day and how he's sort of learning to do that, and he's reminding himself. Very, very down-to-earth sort of guy.
Interesting.
It's weird advice to tell somebody to masturbate every day. Just to, be very free with that fact that, I try to just masturbate, love myself every day.
Yeah, I thought when you first said that he was talking about it in terms of in a sexual context.
In a sexual
Very
context.
yeah.
I think it's a lot more meaningful the way that he actually meant it.
Funny story, I'm like, hey, do you mind if I ask you sort of a personal question? He's like, yes, I fuck my co-host. Next question.
What were you actually going to ask him?
Well, I wanted to ask him he made a post about how he doesn't really identify himself as an animator or a comedian or a writer. So I'm sort of in that point of sort of self-discovery in my life, and I wanted to know if he ever figured out who he was. And he said, yeah, I'm Aaron. That's sort of a simple and beautiful answer, in my opinion.
Very simple.
Yeah.
It's a cop-out answer.
It's a little bit hackneyed of an answer.
It's a cop-out answer. Yeah.
A little bit overused nowadays.
Really, that's the best he could come up with. It's just like, so who are you? What do you consider yourself? I consider myself me. It's like, oh, well, all right. Thank you for that very insightful and original comment, sir.
I went up to him and said, wow, how original. But
Aaron,
no,
if you ever listen to this, I love your work.
That meant a lot to me because I've been watching him for a while now.
That's cool. I'm glad that you got to meet him. I saw on their YouTube page that they actually posted a video saying that it had something to do with them losing the couch. Did you make an appearance in that video?
Yes, I did.
Really?
Yeah, that was the next part of my story.
Did?
Okay.
They released like a 10-minute video as a tribute to the couch, and Ross got me on camera talking about the couch, and I got more Twitter followers from that.
Damn. That's awesome. I vaguely remember you mentioning something about getting the Game Grumps couch, and then it fell out of my memory, and then I saw that video on YouTube. I didn't watch it, but I should have now. I'm gonna go back and watch it after this recording, so I can just see your face on YouTube.
Yeah, so I wanted to update sort of my Twitter followers, if they're listening to this. Just wanted to update them on the couch a little bit, and say, yeah, I'm napping on it. Yes, there's stains in it. Weird white stains.
Is that the couch that has lasted through the JonTron era as
yes.
well? That's cool.
By the way, that couch also has, like, another Twitter account, which has more subscribers to it than me.
The couch has its own Twitter account.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's a little disheartening at times, just kind of looking at that account, because it tweets at me, because it's like, I'm home with you, and I'm like, haha, okay.
That's not disheartening, that's fucking creepy,
That's
dude.
amazing.
It's like a Twilight Zone episode.
Very meta.
The couch came to life, and if I don't make it to the next podcast, I'll let it be known I was eaten by the couch, and the couch is looking for its next victim.
You should tweet a link to a screenplay where you write about the couch murdering you or something like that. A short story.
I'll call it Murder Couch.
Murder She Couch.
Murder Couch.
I think it'd have a good following. I think you could get a pretty good fan base around that.
I think people would be like, that's amusing, and then move on with their lives.
Well, that's everyone these days. That's literally everything these days.
Yeah, that's what happened when I put out the Batman v Superman dub that I did. People were just like, yeah, that's funny, and then moved on.
Well, you have to, if you don't serialize things, you get a one-hit wonder, and then people just fade.
I don't know. I think I did a good job with that.
I got a quick PSA for your Twitter followers.
Sure.
Gage doesn't really care about you. Please leave. Please don't. He doesn't care about you. He's a total sociopath. He doesn't care about anyone. You should just leave. Just leave, live a fun life, and just don't follow Gage anymore.
Oh, no.
He'll ruin your existence.
Apparently he'll rope you into doing movies with you, which is probably what these Twitter followers want out of this.
Yeah.
They wanna make movies with me on that couch, if you know what I'm saying.
You have an endless supply of extras for your movies if you ever make another one.
You're gonna give them their star roles in Starbomb 2, the Starning.
The
Starning.
The Starning.
Starbomb 2, the bomb threat.
Bomb threat.
Damn.
The bomb threat.
Write that down. That's
Mr. President.
On a darker route.
There's a call for you. They've planted a bomb inside the sun.
Oh my god. This summer.
I wish there was more movies like that where people wanted to blow up the galaxy. Oh, there was one that came out recently.
Which was...
Star Wars?
Ah, true.
Star
Well, they
Wars.
didn't want to blow up the galaxy. Yeah. They just wanted to blow up the rebels.
Spoilers!
What? How is that a spoiler?
The movie has been out for 5 months when this is
It's
released.
been out for more than 5 months when it's released.
And even if it like was the week of the movie's release, the enemy trying to blow up the rebels is a pretty baseline story element.
Vinny makes a good point. It's been out more than 5 months now.
It's been out for about 5 months now, and by the time this podcast gets out, it'll be out for a year, I think.
Yeah, because I work very slowly on my projects. That Batman v Superman thing was supposed to be a quick thing. It ended up taking like a week and a half, 2 weeks to finish.
Exactly, and you had to throw out a month's worth of work just because you were dissatisfied with it.
No, you had to throw out a month's worth of work because he misspelled critics in the video.
I did misspell critics in the video.
Oh,
Yeah.
How did you spell critics?
I forgot the I after the T.
Oh no, critics.
So it was critics. Yeah, you you sent that video to me while I was at work, and it's just like, hey, could you proofread this? And I was like, yeah, fine, whatever. And I looked at it, and I was like, yeah, you fucked up here. And then the next day when you posted it, Alex, my roommate, he showed me, he's just like, did you see that fucking Gage misspelled critics? And I was like, oh, well, that's his fault. It's not mine, you know?
Oh no.
Yeah, so I could pull the video down, put the fucking I in there, and then put it back up and lose like 1,000 views.
Yeah.
But it's not worth it.
I mean, on the bright side, you're gonna have a bunch of really enthusiastic YouTubers that are just gonna want to make you very aware of your fault in the comments.
Nobody has made me aware.
Kill yourself, you forgot the I.
I should kill myself, but not because I forgot the I. For other
That's surprising because YouTubers will be very highly aware of any inadequacies in your videos. For example, there was a Game Grumps animation, and one of my animators that I enjoy, just artists in general, released a video. I don't know if you've seen it. It has to do with Dead Rising.
Who is the artist?
Nick Terhorst.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look him up.
Yeah, it's a girl. She's great, and all of her drawings are super cute. And there's one frame where when you work in animation software, usually even in like Photoshop and stuff like that, it all works with layers. And so there was a layer where the text on his shirt, on a character's shirt, was above the layer of his hand. So when his hand moved in front of his shirt, the text on his shirt was over his hand.
Ooh.
And so it just like, it was there for literally a frame. One frame it was there, and yet everyone in the YouTube comments was just like, the frame at 36 seconds, you gotta check out this thing. There's like the most crazy shirt physics ever.
Sharp the text over the hand.
And they just blew up.
They led him to suicide.
Vinny, you are bringing a dark thing. You are bringing a Kylo Ren thing to the podcast. Spoiler alert.
Listen, alright, listen. You signed yourself up for it when you said, I want you to record with me and Jean-Claude. You knew what you were getting into. You talk to me very often. You know how I get.
That's true. We'll
That
name
is
this
very true.
Almost Adults,
Yeah.
The Darkening. That'll be the title of this
Darkening.
episode. Just take a really dark twist.
The blackening.
Oh, we could go
Yeah.
that route too, I guess.
Oh,
If I just said, the
blackening.
blackening, that would be fine. But because I put emphasis on the it's not fine anymore.
Black.
I think you can do it. I think you can use use your words and make a really good title.
If you title it The Blackening and we just get really racist, we can add some more, followers to your fold, the Trump supporters.
Ooh.
Well, we already designated that our
those.
target audience is white cis males, so we might already have some of those followers.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I was just saying we could probably get more.
Yeah, Carlos is a Trump supporter. Let that be known. Go to Carlos Carbero's Twitter and start spamming him and asking him why he's voting for Trump.
I'm not going to do that. I have better things to do with my time.
No. If you listen to our previous podcast, you would know that John, he is very much against that man. What were we talking about before we got off topic?
We were talking about your Game Grumps story, and I didn't know whether or not you had finished it.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay.
I met Ross. He loaded it up. Met Aaron and Danny. And then the Grump video came out with me in it.
Nice.
But, what I was going to say about that animation and sort of people criticizing you on YouTube. As of now, the Batman v Superman dub is at 1,000 views. Which, it's not bad, but as far as YouTube views go, that's not anything significant.
Okay.
So I'm not surprised that people have not seen the critics spelled wrong. Truthfully, only Alex and Vinny have noticed it.
I think you'll be okay. I think how long has it been out?
It's been out like a few days now.
And what channel is it under?
It's under my channel, just the regular Gage Agnew channel.
Well,
it's
the
not
fact
like
that
under...
it received 1,000 views under a channel that isn't already swung into popularity, I think that's pretty... You need to tip your hat to yourself. I think that's impressive.
Thank you.
So
Good work.
Thank you.
Good job.
I've learned a lot about marketing, sort of like to Reddit and Twitter and stuff.
it's a super important skill to have, especially in something as in a market that's just kind of super saturated right now. I think you need to know how to market yourself if you want to become anything close to famous.
I don't really want to be quote-unquote famous, though. I just want to do my stuff that I like.
Okay, you want to gain respect, leave your mark.
Yeah. I mean, don't you?
In a sense, yeah.
Is it the same with you, Vin?
I want people to forget me.
Well, ultimately, you can take solace in the fact that people will definitely forget you within...
Within like half an hour of your death, unless you're like Michael Jackson or David Bowie. That got a bit dark.
The Darkening.
Oh.
So that was actually one of your first topics that you wanted to cover today, right? Game Grumps?
Yeah, we got through one.
All right, so what's the next on our,
It's a
on our
riveting
journey?
story. You deserve the Pulitzer.
Before we shift gears, what was that artist's name that did the Game Grumps animation?
So the artist's name, if you want to look it up, it's a little bit of an unconventional name. It's Nick, N-I-C, Ter, T-E-R, Horst, H-O-R-S-T. I think it's spelled like that. There might be an E at the end of the Horst. But she's really talented. She has blue hair, and I'm pretty sure she has started to stream on Twitch when she does her artwork, as well as play some video games every once in a while.
Cool. I'll plug it in the description as well.
Maybe you can tweet at her saying, hey, you were mentioned in this podcast, and she can come on the show or something like that.
I would love up-and-coming artists to come on the show. That's mostly what it's been.
Yeah, I would die if I got to talk with her. She seems like a very down-to-earth individual.
Yeah, I like having guests on, or special guests on the podcast and such. But anyways, yeah, I wanted to move on to siblings, because I have 2 brothers and a sister. Jean-Claude has 2 sisters.
Correct.
And Vinny has a little brother
And a younger sister.
And a younger sister. I was just about to say that.
Younger sister.
You cut me off, dude.
Well, I like to talk about my own family. Thank you very much.
So Vinny's at the top of the pack. Gage, you're like smack dab in the middle, right?
Correct.
And then I'm at the bottom. So we have a pretty wide spread here.
Yeah, we have a pretty wide spread.
Bring all the bases.
How close are you to your middle sister? How far apart are you?
So both my sisters are about, on average, 10 years older than I am. They're like a year, 2 years apart from each other. And so I'm the baby of the group.
And Vinny, how close are you to your little brother or sister? Whoever's older.
I was going to say, Jean-Claude is like in relation with my brother. My brother, he's like about 7-8 years younger than me. He just turned 14 in November, I think. My sister, she's like about a year and a half younger than I am.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my brother is 15 months older than me. That's interesting that we have that dynamic. Me and my brother, we have like almost a twins dynamic. Mm-hmm. And Vinny, I sort of assumed you sort of have that same dynamic with your sister.
Fuck no. My sister is like the exact opposite of me. We still get along though, which is pretty cool.
That is surprising. I was about to say that I think the fact that there's such like a disparity in age between me and my sisters, and that's one of the reasons that we never had conflict when I was younger. Like the stereotypical sibling rivalry, but the fact that you get along with your sister kind of counteracts that.
I definitely have that sibling rivalry with my little brother, though.
Your meme lord little brother.
Vinny knows all about that.
Oh man, elaborate.
Well, basically, I don't know how much younger... Holt is your younger brother, right?
Correct. And Holt is 5 years younger than me.
5 years younger than you, so you're like, what, 21? So that makes him 16. It makes him like 16? The way you talk about him, it sounds like he's fucking 10.
I love my brother very much. Let me lead off by that. Yeah. But sometimes he does some things that I don't necessarily agree with, such as posting photos of anime characters.
That way, that's it? He just posts photos of anime characters and you don't like it because of that? Or is it like promiscuous photos of anime characters?
Gage just very much hates weeaboos, alright? That's what we're getting down to here. We're getting down to brass tacks. Gage hates weeaboos, people who like anime. He just can't stand it. He's prejudiced against that type of person.
Damn, Gage. We're gonna have to have a debate one day on here, just you and me, where we discuss the pros and cons of anime. Because I'm very much a supporter of, not necessarily like quote-unquote weeaboo community, but
well, let me defend myself a little bit here. Because, for one, I don't hate people who like anime. Some of my best friends, i.e. Jean-Claude, are very much into anime. Or like anime, at least. But Holt just kind of posts these sort of questionable. And he sort of relates... The three characters he relates to are Wario, the Pokemon Snivy, and the Ben Drowned kid from the Creepypasta.
Oh man, that's a pretty wide range of things.
What's that last one?
Have you heard of Ben Drowned from the Majora's Mask Creepypasta?
No, I have... I don't hear anything about creepypastas because I actually have a life.
Damn. So the way I heard about this creepypasta, I'm actually aware of this, is this came around when I was in high school, and it came out, and it's this story where some guy went to a yard sale or something like that, and he was given a cartridge of Majora's Mask that he was trying to find.
Oh, that one.
The cartridge was all ripped up. Is that right? Am I starting this correctly?
I believe so.
So he goes home and he starts playing it. And it starts off like normal, I think, and then it just, like, there were weird kind of things going on, like the game would skip in places or it would be glitchy somewhere. Anyways, it starts to devolve into this horror story on how he goes and he starts to fight the Skull Kid, and the Skull Kid won't die, and then the Skull Kid starts, like, setting him on fire and killing him over and over and over, and then he starts warping to these really devolved worlds of Termina, I think is where it is in Majora's Mask. And the story with Ben Drowned is there's this statue that when you play a certain song on, I don't know what instrument, I think it's the ocarina, you summon this statue that you're supposed to use to put on platforms to solve puzzles and things like that. But it's a shape of you, Link, but is this weird kind of fattened statue thing. Really kind of creepy looking. But in the videos that accompany this scary story, the statue keeps on appearing everywhere Link goes, just behind him, following him wherever he goes. I think the whole thing behind it is that there's this kid named Ben who drowned or something like that, and he's possessed the soul of the game. I don't know. It's pretty creepy,
something
actually.
like that. The point is, it's sort of hard for me to sort of relate to my little brother, because he has these weird afflictions with, like, video games and anime characters. And I don't know. It just creeps me out sometimes, to be honest.
It is strange. It is strange. Let's not get this wrong.
It is strange. I'm just... I don't know. He's cool, but it's just a little odd to see what he posts on his Instagram and such.
I can understand that, but it's no more strange than people who post endlessly about, well, I guess there's one more degree of separation, but people who post things about Kim Kardashian and stuff like that. Kim Kardashian is another human being, and anime characters are cartoons, but...
It's of the same, like, ilk, like the weird, like, obsession
where
sort of thing.
you've never met this person, you have no connection with this person, and yet you have an infatuation with everything about them.
It's curious, and I sometimes think I sort of have those same infatuations, but I don't know. It's hard to sort of relate to sort of your younger brother when he sort of likes that sort of thing. And Vinny, I believe you were talking earlier about how your younger brother sort of likes the memes, the ghetto memes.
Let me tell you about my little brother. My little bro, Anthony. Ant-Man, as I like to call him.
Yeah.
He's a huge meme lord. He's just posting, like, fucking shit all day, just, like, you know, I don't even know how to describe these, like, memes. Like, oh, I'll walk in to the fucking house. He'll slide on the ground, point at my shoes, and go, like, what are those? And I'm like, thanks. These are my fucking shoes, friend. I wear these.
That's the thing that sort of bothers me about. He's sort of adapted internet culture to sort of life. life. And that's sort of what I'm afraid for the younger generations.
Well, I think there is a little bit of a loss of social wisdom these days, where people just, their form of conversation is entirely references. Everything that comes out of their mouth, one thing after another, is just a line from a YouTube video or a line from an anime or something like that. And just, you can't have an intelligent, constructive conversation with these people because there's not a sentient thought. I don't know. It's unfortunate. Not saying that that's how your brother is, but that's an extreme degree.
No, yeah,
but
you're
do
just
meet
using
people like
that as an example.
I find myself, especially last night in particular, I went out for the first time in a while. I went out to a couple bars last night with some friends, and it was amazing because we're sitting at a table at a bar, and they're doing karaoke. It was a surprise karaoke. We didn't think it would be there, and people are dancing on the dance floor and stuff like that, and just people crowding around. And so we get a table off in the corner, and we find that just subconsciously, or whether or not people were doing it actively, we just started forming this perimeter around us of people just kind of edging away. Eventually, after like 20 minutes of sitting at this table, there's no one surrounding us like there was in the beginning. And I don't know whether it was because of the fact that Alex, Connor, and I were just making Dragon Ball Z moves and doing that in the corner. I don't know. It could be attributed to that. But eventually, there was no one around.
You left out that detail.
That was like, that just came out. You kind of just like tossed that out just like casually, like it didn't even matter. It's like, oh, well, I mean, I think maybe we found the key to this story.
Yeah, it was a complete mystery. I don't know if it was something we said, or maybe we just didn't look as cool as everyone else. Maybe it was the Dragon Ball Z moves. Maybe it was
the Kamehameha.
Kamehameha.
Maybe it was my friend going, yes, Kakarot.
We thought it was cool. We were also singing music from a Goofy movie.
Like a waitress comes by, it's like, oh, is that Powerline? Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good. Good shit.
It was great. I actually had an amazing experience there that was just, it kind of made my night.
That actually sounds like a really fun time. Please tell me about this experience.
So, Alex and I, of course, since there was karaoke, we decided that we were going to sing and sync. And so we did that.
Of course. You sang in sync without me? That's our song.
Oh, damn. I'm sorry, babe. So we sang that, get off stage, people giving us high fives. And there's this girl there, and she's putting up her arm to give me a high five, but it's very lazy and just, she's not into it. But her arm is up, so I give her a high five, and I kind of give her shit about it, and I said, well, what's with the half-assed high five? And she said, well, it's the high five that your performance desered, or something to that effect.
Oh, damn.
And so I asked her to rate us out of 10 or something like that on how we did, and she's like, 7 out of 10.
What? 7 out of 10? That's a C.
I know, that deserves like an average high five.
An average high five.
Average, yeah.
Anyways, nothing more happened with that, and then we walk away. And I see her sitting at a table across from us later, and I walk up and ask if she's gonna sing. And she says no, but her friend is. So her friend goes up and sings, and I think it's something like Adele or something like that. But she's able to hit the high notes really, really well.
Oh, cool.
So Alex and I are there, and we give them support because they supported us. We give them the same half-assed high fives that they gave us.
Nice.
Anyways, fast forward. I'm walking back from the bathroom, and I see that the girl that gave me the high five is talking to another guy.
Oh,
and
no.
I see her friend kind of standing in the corner alone. So I walk up to her friend, start talking to her, compliment her again on her singing and things like that. And I ask her what she does. And she says, oh, I'm a graduate student at USF. University of South Florida is where I go to. I'm also in graduate school. And so I say, oh, wow, I'm also a graduate student at USF. Where do you study? Oh, the med school. So I start, my eyes start widening, and I look deep into her eyes, and I'm like, what's the name of your program? Oh, it's the MSP3 program, which is the exact same program that I'm in right now.
Ooh.
And
I hear wedding bells.
So I ask her, I'm like, wait, are you and your friend both in this program? And she's like, yeah. And then I'm like, is your friend single? Yeah. So I turn and the other girl is still talking with the guy. And I scream over at her. I'm like, Meg! Because I figured out that her name was Meg, apparently.
Yeah. He used his sleuth detective skills to narrow down.
By sleuth detective skills, I mean I asked her friend what her name is.
And used an algorithm.
And so I drag her away from the guy and ask her if she's in fact in the MSP3 program and how could this happen. This is the most serendipitous moment ever. Long story short, she's very cool. I did get her number, and it made my night.
Oh, very good.
It was very cool.
At least that turned out well. The way you sort of set it up, it seemed like, you were just trying to hit on, her friend, the one that was singing.
I know, right?
Probably should have hit on her friend.
That's called a red herring.
Yeah. You fucking fucked that guy's night up.
I know. Oh, I felt The guy was so pissed too. He was just like, "What the fuck is going on right now?"
Isn't it great when people are mad at you in bars?
Yeah, he just like gave me this like stank eye, but in the end, it didn't matter.
Came up and you fucking threw a glass at my head. It's like, geez, dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got a number and I also got 3 stitches.
I was wondering what was on your head, man. It's a shard of glass that won't come out, I guess.
That makes you about 10 times sexier in her eyes.
Girls dig shiny things like glass reflecting light.
Chicks dig the scars.
Damn. So that was my story from last evening. I don't know how we got on that. But...
We were talking about how people, like, you know, they just have, like, conversations with references, and then you just talk to us about, like, how you and your friends are making Dragon Ball Z moves at the table at the bar.
Dragon Ball Z.
How, in this case, someone who did do references ended up getting someone's numbers, so win in my book.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's as we get older, I find it kind of hard to sort of strike a balance between the immense amount of references I know, because I just consume media daily.
Yeah, you do.
Shut up, Vinny.
Hey, shut your fucking mouth. Just trying to fucking back you up.
Okay.
That's good. We have a good...
yes, that is good. That is good.
He's trying to back you up, man.
Jesus Christ. I'm trying to make you seem authentic, man, not like the fucking robot you are.
I am sort of half robot, half man.
That's what gives our podcast the zest that it needs.
No podcast has ever been co-hosted by a robot before.
It's like a buddy cop movie. And speaking of buddy cop movies, let's transition into our next topic, the love of bad movies.
Oh,
Boom.
damn, I like that
smooth.
transition.
Thank you.
Vinny and I have recently been infatuated with the Country Bears.
Recently?
Isn't that a TV show? Isn't that a cartoon?
No, it's a
it's a
ride at
movie.
Disneyland.
Oh.
And they
Ride
turned
at
it into a
Disneyland.
movie in like 2003 with Christopher Walken.
Oh,
And Haley Joel Osment as the bear.
And Haley Joel Osment as the bear.
is this
Wow.
for real?
This is a real movie.
Oh man.
You're a bear, and you're walking down the street. It's your banjo.
When does this movie come out?
It came out in like
Fucking-
2003.
Oh, it's already been out. Okay.
Yeah,
How much money did Disney lose?
A lot, I think.
But the weird thing
mean-
is, on the Wikipedia page, there's like an entire 10-paragraph essay about the movie. Like,
Oh,
it
just
is
like a
way
thesis.
longer than it needs to be. I don't
Yeah.
know if they updated it or anything.
Well, that's like Amazon reviews as well. If you scroll down, people will literally write college theses on products or movies and things like that, thinking that people will read them. Which sometimes I will.
Amazon reviews are great. They're just, people just go fucking all out with like how fucking stupid they are in Amazon reviews.
Amazon's incredible, actually. I mean, I don't know about the buyer base in terms of what they write, but Amazon itself.
I don't know anything about the actual business, but
No. I mean, in terms of the people that shop there, I don't know how great they are. But Amazon itself, I purchased yesterday, Saturday. I purchased
Oh, Amazon's an amazing company.
a headlight replacement bulbs as well as a new solid state drive for my computer. And since the price was over $35, I got 1 day shipping for free. And it came in today on a Sunday. Like, that's nuts.
oh wow. Did you know my brother might be working for Amazon?
Really? Younger or older?
Older.
Nice.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
In like a higher up managerial role or kind of...
No, just like... actually, I don't know. Maybe. I should ask him about that one day. But he might be moving to like Oregon or California or something.
That's always a bittersweet moment.
And I'm like, he's coming here. But the other movie I wanted to talk about was Ants.
Ants.
Oh, I couldn't watch that movie as a kid.
Really quick, before we go on Ants, going back to Amazon movie reviews real quick, I follow this Twitter of Amazon movie reviews, and this one is one for American Pie. 1 star, lame. Pie actors are all Jews.
Oh.
I don't,
Oh my god.
I don't, I don't
Did you say
understand.
pie actors are all Jews?
Pie actors, yes.
Damn, that's the most anti-Semitic review I've ever heard.
I don't know if they're talking about the pies or the actors in the film.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are the pies Jewish?
I don't know.
I'm
they
fairly
need
confused.
to look up their references.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure pie is not a Jewish-based
I don't know if
product.
it's kosher. But anyway, back to Ants. Back to Woody Allen's masterpiece.
Oh man, I couldn't, like I said, I couldn't watch that movie as a kid. So A Bug's Life took the more cartoon route in terms of depicting the ants. Ants took a more realistic approach. It was just terrifying.
The ants are fucking creepy. Like, we were just sitting on the couch, we had Netflix open, and we were just like, oh, what are we gonna put on now? And I was just like, haha, put on Ants, ha. And we put on Ants, and I was watching it, and it's like, this is fucking creepy. I don't understand, like, some of these character designs. And also, since they're all ants, shouldn't they all be, like, uniform? form, too, because they all don't look the same.
Oh, true.
It's a weird cast, too. It's like Sylvester Stallone and Woody Allen in the same movie.
Is Sylvester Stallone's like the huge Ant, right?
Yeah, he's like, I'm the army ant.
Well, Sylvester Stallone's first movie role was actually a bit part in one of Woody Allen's earlier movies that he made. Fun fact for you, friends.
That was like Jeff Goldblum's first part, too.
Yeah, in Annie Hall.
It's like they knew Jeff Goldblum was going to be famous because they just stayed on him for a solid minute or a couple seconds.
It's just like, this guy, he's going to be a star one day.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I love Jeff Goldblum.
I fucking love Jeff Goldblum, too.
Which character did he play in the movie? Was he the main guy? No.
In Annie Hall?
Oh, I thought we were talking about Ants.
No, in Ants, Sylvester Stallone was in it, and he was in an earlier Woody Allen movie.
Okay.
According to Vinny, he could be totally wrong.
My knowledge of movies is so limited.
Dude, I have a fucking autistic amount of, like, film knowledge. Why would you fucking say that to me, Gage? Why would you mistrust me on that?
I don't mistrust you. I'm just saying there's always a real possibility that you're totally, completely wrong.
Well, maybe I fucking saw the movie and I saw Sylvester Stallone in there. Okay?
Yeah.
Unless maybe I'm hallucinating.
Sylvester
I don't know.
Stallone was
Maybe
animated.
I'm fucking
He wasn't
schizophrenic.
even in the actual movie.
What movie?
And Ants.
I'm talking about the fucking earlier Woody Allen movie, not talking about fucking Ants. Jesus.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Ants. Whoops.
He's definitely in Ants. We know.
By the way, he's definitely in Ants.
He's most definitely
Yeah.
Ants. Isn't that the ant that like beats up the main ant in the first couple minutes of the movie or something like that? Like really just gives it to him.
Yeah, it's a really brutal scene. I think it's like really anti-Semitic. I think I heard him call him a Jew or something too. Like, it was really fucked up.
It was not a fun not a fun moment.
Whew.
Isn't it the same? Is it the same kind of basis though as A Bug's Life? It's like a main character gets exiled from the clan and has to go find.
Which clan? What are we talking about here?
I remember because in Bug's Life he has to go to the city and then he meets the troupe of actors or the circus people.
Right.
And then in Ants he leaves the ant thing and he finds the city that's just a trash can. Right? Am I thinking about this correctly?
Yes.
I did not finish watching Ants, so I don't
Okay.
remember it. I could not finish watching that shit.
I'm pretty sure there's a scene
It's
where
like-
he goes to the big city for insects, and it's just like a trash can that's infested with different insects that are
I
feasting on
remember that. It
Yeah.
was...
I see.
He was riding a worm, and the worm was going through a powdered donut.
it. Yeah, and then there's a kid with gum on his shoe, and then he gets stuck to the gum or something like that.
I remember that part.
Oh my god, I remember in that movie, they're like, who the fuck is Abe? Or something along those lines. Or like, who the hell is that? And I'm like, geez, why is it in this movie?
I do remember them saying they're like using some profanity or something like that as a kid.
Yeah.
That was just
Who the fucking Christ is this motherfucker standing here?
yeah. They
that
brought in
was, like,
Samuel L.
the
Jackson
only-
for just that scene.
That was like the only instance where that happened. And it was so off-putting.
They had a mismatch of their target audience for that movie, and they didn't know who they were trying to cater it to, and so it just didn't work.
You know what? That's how you make art.
Do you think Ants was originally like a super gritty movie about like
Super gritty
post-apocalyptic?
animated movie about
No, not about ants, but it was like originally about humans, and like the Woody Allen character had to be exiled and was like miniaturized or something, and had to go to a garbage can to feed something
shit.
else, and they just left the line, "Who the hell is that in there?"
Exactly. That
sounds like a
seems
horror
so
film,
plausible.
Jesus.
It seems like
It
the more
could
likely
be.
scenario.
Scripts divulge and evolve into different sort of things.
Yeah.
Benny knows this.
They do.
But do they
They do.
evolve to incorporate a full feature-length animated scenario?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, people could be like, "Oh, what's this project? Father goes to Russia to meet his son. Let's just call it Die Hard 5
And animated.
and animate it."
Animated Die Hard 5.
That movie probably would have been better if it was animated.
Yeah, think of all the things that Bruce Willis could have done.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to see the disinterest in his eyes. You wouldn't have been able to see his lack of a soul.
Poor Bruce Willis.
I know, he's so amazing.
The fact that he's still going without a soul is a feat of medical science.
Jean-Claude, in your medical opinion, what is a soul?
So back in early medicine, they believed that the mind was still a separate entity from the brain, and that there was going to be some structure in the brain that was kind of the conduit that allowed your mind to connect with your brain and kind of control everything. And it was in the brainstem, and I can't remember it, but it is involved. I can't remember the name of the structure, but it's involved in production of melatonin and regulating dreams and things like that. So it's not the case, but a soul doesn't exist.
You could have just said that to begin with.
I don't know. I still believe that there's some sort of other beyond this, but I don't know whether or not. Oh, Jean-Claude, I want your soul.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was Vinny or you, Gage, but it's creepy.
That was me.
Okay.
Jean-Claude, it's me, the devil. Hey, how's it going? How's it going, man? Yeah. You wanna come, got some fucking tequila here. You wanna fucking go down to hell? Bang some babes?
Actually, I read an article that had to do with explaining what exactly thought is. So inside your head, you have this kind of inner monologue, right, going as you, like, I guess, talk in your own head. And that's your brain basically cross-referencing itself. So how a hard drive can back itself up or something like that. That's basically your brain just kind of like, just checking over things, making sure everything's in check, processing things, and just like reprocessing things.
Sorry, this whole time I was thinking about who was the black actor in Ants that was...
Jesus.
That's like, the name's Zeke.
Really? Jean-Claude is telling us some interesting fucking shit about the brain, and you're just fucking thinking about fucking Danny Glover and Ants.
Oh, it was Danny Glover!
Is it Danny Glover?
I wanted to ask,
Jesus.
I just never had the opportunity. And then when Jean-Claude started talking about inner monologues, I'm like, I wonder if the Zeke from Ants sort of had that monologue.
Wait, okay. Danny Glover. Is that Childish Gambino?
No, that's Donald
that's Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. I always get their names flipped, and I can't remember who's who.
Danny
Okay.
Glover is the guy
Danny
from
Glover's
Lethal
the
Weapon.
old one. Oh, too old for this
That would have
shit.
said, that would have put Donald Glover, like, very young when he did that movie.
The name's Zeke. I'm Donald Glover.
I'm definitely too old for this shit.
I would watch that movie.
Bear with me, guys. Vinny, this is your time to shine.
Yeah.
What
what's
if
up?
Zeke from Ants was played by John Lovitz?
Hello, I'm an ant, and I love it. It's a very good
That's really good.
time here. This is what I do when I'm alone in my room, and I have no friends to hang out with.
Damn.
Just
I would
talk.
watch that movie.
Me and sorry to put you in that position, Vinny, but
Oh my god.
it always makes me laugh with your John Lovitz impression.
Yeah, well, I'm a very funny guy. John Lovitz, 2016. Vote for me.
It was weird because we were talking about John Lovitz, and that John Lovitz article came out about him having a relationship with like a 26-year-old singer. Did you see that?
No.
What 26-year-old would want to fuck me? That's what I want to know.
And it turns out it was all an Epiphus joke. Joke's on you.
Damn.
So John Lovitz got everyone in 2016 with his epic 26-year-old dating thing.
Or he put it under the guise of an April Fool's joke and he really is having sex with a 26-year-old.
I wouldn't doubt it. He's a stud, man.
He doesn't want people to think that he's a fucking complete creep, which he probably is. Let's be honest.
Quite possibly. I think so.
I highly doubt
Possibly.
it.
Just fucking look at him. Just look at him.
You take that
He
back.
was in the bench warmers, okay?
So
God
was
damn it.
Rob Schneider, and look at him.
Yeah, he's completely worthless.
No,
Sorry,
he met the Game
any
Grumps
fans of Rob
today.
Schneider out
They
there.
posted it on Instagram.
Did he really? Did
Yeah,
he really?
Him and his
He
wife went to
actually
the Game
met
Grumps
him.
office after they talked shit about his show on Netflix.
Oh, that's amazing.
man.
He's so delusional. He's lost all touch with reality.
So that's what Rob Schneider is up to today. He's meeting the Game Grumps.
Is he recording with them?
Possibly.
That is something.
That would make my life if there was a special Rob Schneider episode.
Oh my god, that is poetry. That's poetry. God damn.
I think that's a good place to end it.
Agree. That's a beautiful way to end this.
Final thoughts, Jean-Claude.
Wow. I don't know, we've jumped from topic to topic today. I think even though we may not physically have a soul, I'm still Aaron Hansen, and that's who I'll be.
Cool. Vinny.
We're all gonna die and there's nothing but black after death.
And my final thoughts is that I think life is a little more than a cup of tea.
Oh,
Oh, that wasn't prolific enough?
It was beautiful, man. That's all I wanted.
No, you want more.
Life is like I please just before we end this, elaborate. Why is life like a cup of tea?
You know what? I'm not, because you're gonna fart.
No, I'm not. No, I swear. I was not going to do it this time.
You know what? I have the power to end this podcast now before you can do it.
Okay, all right, fine.
I swear, you better not pull that shit off with our next guest. Anyways, that's the end of the podcast.
Goodbye.
Yeah, that's the end of the podcast.